Hi everyone, this is Rue from Rise High Accounting Solutions. Hope you're having a good day today. Now today we're going to talk about one of the most commonly asked questions when people want to start their own business. Registration. Now you've heard of things like ABN, ACN, GST, but to be honest it can be quite daunting and people can get quite confused of what they do or what they're for. So today we spend a bit of time to talk about what sort of registration that you may or may not need for your business and how it affects you and how you structure your business too. Now, first things first, before we even go into registration, before you start a business, my best advice to you is to talk to someone about your business structure. It's very easy for someone to go into a business and just start as a sole trader, like what everyone's doing, but that might not be the best thing for you, and it is important to set yourself up right from the beginning to make sure that the ongoing of your business is smooth and you can achieve what you want with your business. Now, let's jump into registration. First of all, you definitely heard of this before. Everyone's like, oh, if you need to start your own business, you need to get your own ABN. Yes, ABN. What is ABN? ABN is what we call an Australian business number. It is an 11-digit number that connects you and your customers. So your customers can search up ABN to look up your business, to look up your business name and all sorts of things like that. But it is an ID for your customers to look you up, essentially. You will need to have your ABN on your invoices, on your website, for some people if you've got a website, and it is something that you are required to have if you are trading. So that's number one, ABN. Number two, TFN. Now, what is TFN? I think everyone knows what TFN is. TFN is what we call a tax file number. Now, everyone's got a TFN if you're an individual person. If you've worked for someone before, you definitely have tax file number, TFN. It is a 9-digit ID that connects you to the tax office. So every time or every year when you lodge your tax return, you would need to provide your tax file number when you lodge it to the tax office. Now, ABN and tax file number is specific to the business structure that you're trading in. If you're trading in a sole trading structure, then yes, you have to apply for your ABN, but you already have your tax file number to start with. If your choice is to trade with a sole trading structure, then ABN and tax file number is pretty much what you need to get things started. If you are going down a different path and you want to trade in a different structure, then you would need a complete different set of ABN and tax file number. So that's one thing to note. If you are trading in a different structure, different ABN, different tax file number. Now, the third registration that you might need to, register is ACN. Now, ACN is only applicable if your structure involves a company. You might trade through a company, or if the company could be a trustee of a trust. Now, ACN is a 9-digit number that the ASIC has given it to you. Your company name has to be unique, and what that means is it cannot be the same name as a name that someone has already registered with ASIC. So it has to be unique, and one way to check it is to go on ASIC website and double check that before you register yourself with that company name. So that's number three, ACN, Australian company number. So the next one we've got is what we've commonly heard about before as well. It's what we call Goods and Services Tax, GST. Now, GST is not applicable to all businesses. You are only required by law to register for GST if your turnover is over $75,000. Now, when I say turnover, that means your revenue. That means your money coming in. So that's before all the expenses that you've incurred for the business. Your turnover has to be over $75,000 for you to be registered for GST. Now, if you are under $75,000, you don't have to, but you can voluntarily register yourself for GST. And some people opt to do that because they would like to have GST credit back from their business as well. If you are under that threshold, the best thing for you to do is to actually talk to someone and see if it's actually a good thing for you or not to register yourself for GST. So that's GST, that's the fourth registration that you might have to think about. Now, If you are employing someone, this is where you need to go to the fifth one, pay as you go. Pay as you go withholding is something that you have to register for your business if you're employing employees. What pay as you go is, what pay as you go holding is essentially you are prepaying the tax for your employees. You have to report them with your GST on a quarterly basis, usually if you are a small business, but that's one of the very first things that you have to remember to pay when you employ someone. Now, the next thing that you have to register yourself with if you are employing someone is the superannuation guarantee. Now, this is something that's very easily forgettable for some of the business owner because yes, you pay them their wage, you pay their tax for them, but superannuation guarantee is actually registered separately, and some people do forget about it in the process of employing someone. But as we know, the ATO are coming down pretty hard on people that forgets to pay superannuation, so make sure that you have this down if you want to employ someone. Now, the current rate for superannuation guarantee is 9.5%, and what you have to do is to pretty much put the money aside at the end of each quarter. You need to pay that money to the small business superannuation clearinghouse, and that lump sum will go towards the superannuation of your employees. So that is number 6, the 6th registration that you have to think about when you are employing someone. Now, the final one, which is also optional, is business name. Now, not everyone would want to register their business name for their business. Some of them trade with their personal name, and that's completely fine, and you don't have to register a business name for it. People that tend to register for business name are those that really wanted something specific and unique for their business. Now, like ACN, the Australian company number, you have to have a unique business name for you to register this with ASIC. So that's the tip there. It has to be unique, and again, you can check that name via the ASIC website and make sure that that name is not taken by anyone else before you go ahead and register yourself or print out all the marketing collaterals for your business. Now, that is it for the registration for the businesses. If you've got any question at all, again, my best advice is come in and talk to us, and we will let you know what is it that you need to register for your business. Thank you and have a good day.